Hello YouTube. Welcome back again. This is Balormage, and we have re-rolled just yesterday. This build is now only 2 days old, and we re-rolled into a pulverized druid. I was a little bit unhappy with the rate at which I could clear and even kill single target, to be honest, on the Sork. It was very, very fun. And if it gets some number tweak buffs to make it a little bit quicker again, I will probably go back to it. But for now, who doesn't want to be a giant bear? Look at the size of that pulverize. It's insane. That is nearly full screen coverage in one cone direction. And so far at level 71, the highest crit I've seen with a crit and overpower combo was about 750k, which is not my average. That's the highest. That's everything lining up, best case scenario, but that's insanely high. That is insanely high, where average crits are somewhere in 80 to 120 range most of the time. And obviously it was quite a bit lower 10 levels ago. This is as I'm getting to level 71 now. So we're getting some pretty decent gear. I wouldn't call it good, but pretty decent. Certainly not nearly as good as the sorcerer I was just running. This gear is half that good at best. And it is performing way better. It is also absolutely giga tanky. Like, I don't actually know how to die on this character. It is so tanky. It has so much damage reduction. It's got a pretty decent amount of healing, like self-healing built into it. But honestly, it barely even needs self-healing because it doesn't really take very much damage. If I had no self-healing at all and had to rely purely on potions, I would still be very, very comfortable playing this. So we started with just opening up max roll and running the pulverized druid from that. But then we've made a few alterations, so we will get into that. If you like all of these videos, don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment for our YouTube algorithm gods, because that's how we get paid. And let's jump into game. All right, here we are in game. Here's my druid. Haven't MTX'd him at all. But you'll see on our bar, we're running Hurricane now for an extra vulnerability. That's not part of the original build from max roll that I was following. We've still got Trample for movement skill. We've still got Grizzly Rage because it's really strong. Earth Spike and Pulverize. The important parts, the slight differences, is this chest, amazing. Whenever we're not in town and not on a horse, Werebear form is now your true form. Means that's it. We're just always a bear. We don't sadly get to run around town as a bear. Whenever you come back to bear, you go human again. So in my mind, I'm saying that my bear druid is putting on a human costume to go in town because Werebear is my true form. So I'm just putting on a little human form, a little fake human form to come into town so I don't scare everyone. That's how I'm getting around that. That gives 2 ranks to all Werebear skills. That goes with this helmet. Your earth skills are now also Werebear skills. So we're using Pulverize, which is normally just an earth nature magic, but it becomes a Werebear skill because of the helmet, and then gets plus levels because of the chest, and then we're a bear all the time. So it's just absolutely fantastic. Those are the main things that are different from the guide I was originally following. We've got core skills deal extra damage, duration of earthen bulwark, earth skills slow. We have the pulverized shockwave thing, the duration of grizzly rage. Pulverize is now an earth skill as well. So Pulverize is an earth skill. Your earth skills are now Werebear skills. And your Werebear skills get 2 damage. So we're doing that. It also leaves that little damage over time on the ground. I do need a better roll than this one, but it's what I have for now. And then Earth skills deal 30% more crit to damage to crowd controlled enemies, which is everything. And we crowd control an amazingly large amount, so that's always there. Other than that, the most important thing so far that I've found, and I do want to stress, I don't know everything yet. All of this is subject to change. It's just the most important thing that I've found that made this feel significantly better is spirit cost reduction. So my amulet has 23% spirit cost reduction. And then I have another 9 on my boots. I am looking for better boots still. And then I also use, I may have ran out. I may have used my last one. I did. There's another spirit cost reduction potion, which is the one I've been using pretty much exclusively. And with that, with the potion up, I almost never have to earth spike at all. We just pulverize all the time. It's become almost a one button build, except that I end up wanting to press my ultimate relatively often, and we've got a movement skill, but it just ends up slamming over and over again for just massive damage numbers. Super satisfactory. I really quite like it. We'll go over here and have a look at this. For now, I am using 30% crit damage and 5% crit. And then I'm using, what am I using here? Take 10% reduced damage from elites. I don't know if I need that one, but there's nothing else really on this one. I'm thinking about using this for the reduced duration of control impairing effects on me, because those are kind of annoying and I already take like 0 damage. So I don't know if I need this anymore. We'll have to play around with that. And then on this one, dealing damage has a 15% chance to restore 10 spirit. This is just helping us pulverize forever instead of having to use a builder. You could use either fortify or extend ultimate duration, but realistically, these two things really only make you tankier, but we're already practically immune to damage. And this one lets us do our builder more instead of our spender. So I feel like it's a no-brainer. The one at the bottom here is the one that's the biggest question. So I'm using critical strikes with shapeshifting skills heal you for 3% of maximum life. Now, I don't actually know that that's the best one. We've got this one over here. Nature magic skills have up to a 10% chance to reduce the cooldown of your ultimate skill by 2 seconds. This could let me be in Grizzly Rage a lot more, and it might be better. And we also have every 20th kill will cause your next Earth skill to overpower. This might still be worth it. It was originally part of all of the guides when it was 10. Your 10th kill causes your next overpower every 10. It's now every 20. And it just, the thing about it is it feels like it's really only there to help with clear anyway. It's probably still like numbers wise worth it. It's just that I feel like my clear is fantastic. And the only thing that's, and I use this in big brackets, bad, is the single target. And it's not bad. It's just nowhere near as good as the clear. It's like excelling at clear and pretty decent at bosses. But this would just help with my clear, which is already excelling. So I don't know about that. I think for me, it's down to one of these two. There might even be an argument to, once I'm in better gear and I have much more crit multi, it might be that this 30 crit multi isn't worth it anymore. Like once I get up, 500 or 600%, maybe I drop the double boon here and put the double boon on this one and get both of those and then be in my ultimate far more often. That might be the play with better gear. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. This is the new build. We're definitely going to min-max this quite a bit more. I'm not positive everything is going to stay the same. Definitely not positive everything is going to stay the same. What I will do really quick is give you a glance at my board, but I haven't done really a lot of research here. I haven't done a lot of planning here. I've been too busy leveling. So I don't think that you should copy my board necessarily. I also have done very few nightmare dungeons and I was missing half of my sigils until like late today and I haven't had a chance to redo them. So I had just put in whatever I had, which was, I'm using Spirit here, which I'm actually happy with. I'll probably keep Spirit there. We've got Werebear here, which I do want Werebear somewhere, but I don't think it should go on this board. It just was the only glyph I had available at the time. The important bit here is after spending 75 Spirit, you deal 30% increased damage or 30% more damage for 5 seconds. That's real important. Even with all the Spirit cost, it's still costing me 27 Spirit per attack. So spending 75 is like every 4th pulverize, which means this is up all the time, like all the time. So that's real strong. So I know that that has to be in the build. And I'm pretty sure this one has to be in the build because that is insane. While in Werebear form, you deal up to 50% more damage for the difference in current life, which basically we're full all the time. So it means this has no effect on the first hit. And then if you get rid of 25% of their life, you do 25% more damage the next time. And if they're at half or under, you're doing 50% more damage. So insanely good node. Definitely keeping it. That's as far as I've gone so far. So I don't have it planned out yet. I'm not sure what else I'm going to use. We're almost certainly going to use this one. Earth skills deal 30% increased damage to enemies afflicted by crowd control. That's definitely going to be my next one, I'm pretty sure. But that is all I have planned so far. So that's the build. That's what I'm up to. I'm still having an absolute ball in D4. I can't imagine changing games anytime soon. And we're probably going to give a decent go to every single class so that I have some idea of how everything plays before we jump back onto PoE much, much later.